Hey guys, welcome back to AA Steam series, and in today's video, as you can see, we're making a scratch game. This will be the second or third game I'll be showing you. Wait, hold on guys, I can sense something. And you know what that's telling me? And that's telling me that you guys have not subscribed yet, and you better do that now, because if not, well, you'll miss out on all of my amazing videos. I show you science experiments, scratch coding, engineering, art like origami and piano playing, and also my favorite, mathematics. So be sure to hit that subscribe button, smash the like, and I hope you guys will enjoy this video. First things first, let's see how the game is. So as you can see, I've named it Game Over, because this is pretty much an endless game. So as you can see, boom, easy. Now, as you can see in the top left corner, you can see that it says speed and score. Now, here's the thing. Let's say I got out. Oh no, I'm out. What should I do? As you can see, this must have been a pretty easy round because it's only speed -3. Let's go another round. Oh, -7, that's way faster. So this is what you can do to your game. You can make a change. Oh gosh, I horribly missed. Okay, I know, guys, I'm not too good at games like this. For one thing, this game does not need a lot of testing. So usually the other games which I've made, which is a bit more complex, I would have tested it a whole lot and be super good at that game. But this one doesn't need any testing at all. And this is one of the most fun games I've ever made. And also, it is pretty easy to make. Anyway, let's get on with the game. So, let's go to see inside. Boom. This is the code for the rocks. As you can see, not much at all. I'm just gonna bring all the code in. There we go. Not much at all. I mean, Game Over is like nothing. Rocket ship, also not much. And if you guys stick around long enough and you hit that subscribe button, as soon as I add the spaceship to this game, which might, let's just say, if you get it, well, it's gonna give you a lot of points. That's all I'm gonna say. And just make sure you're here to watch that. And let's see, what else? We got the laser, and here's something new I'll be teaching you today. I'm going to be showing you how to make a broadcast message. This says, when I receive Game Over. But if you go to rocks and you zoom in super close, somewhere over here, it says broadcast Game Over. And basically that means, well, the rock just smashes into a rocket and sadly, well, you lost. Anyway, let's get to the code. Now, first things first. Always, just always remember to name your code. First things first, let's go get your sprites. So as you can see, go to that cat with the plus sign, and boom, space. Space is not a category, sadly. So, rock. You can get the rocket ship, and then the rocks right here, and then the laser. Okay, here's the thing. You can make your own laser, or you can use something called a button. Yes, there's a circle, an ovalish one, and a rectangle. I chose this one because I think personally this looks the coolest. And anyway, that is about it, other than the actual Game Over. So if you go to paint, right here, and if you change this all the way to the nice red with no outline, because I don't think you'll be needing a outline. Anyway, if you go to typing, change the okay, whatever that says. change that to pixel. And if you just type in game over, oops, game over, there you go, and just make it huge. Okay, yeah, that's exaggeration. Make it nice and big, so make sure it's not too big, just start the whole screen. And that's pretty much the same size. And as you can see, it calls it Sprite 1. Don't do that. Never ever do that. I've told you in every single one of my videos, you have to make sure you always name it properly. But if you don't, it just says Sprite 1, Sprite 2, Sprite 3, Sprite 4, Sprite 5, Sprite 6. You're just going to be completely confused, and it's not good to be confused when you're coding. So I just recommend name everything. Just make your life a lot easier. Now, with the rocket, the laser, what I've done is that, as you can see, there's an orange and a blue. And so like either of these, but I made mine a little bit cooler. So what I did is, what I did is I changed, yes, this should be red, only fill the inside with that. And I added like a nice green layer. I mean, I think it looks super nice with that. So I changed it to green, about this kind. Fill it in right there. And that looks super nice. It's like covered in acid or something. I don't know. But yeah. Anyway, we got the rocket ship. If you want, you can leave it like this. I mean, there really isn't much. I mean, that doesn't really help. And why did you want to see a back rocket ship? No, I don't really want to. And yeah, I chose this one because this has that nice smoke there, flame or the fire, and the actual rocket ship. And last but not least, rocks. Yes, I kept it the same. Didn't make any changes. Okay. Anyway, let's go back to code. Let's start with the pretty easy one, the rocket ship. Just move that over. Yeah, that does not work. Away you go. So we'll learn about that later. So anyway, first things first, I've told you again every single one of my videos, make sure you start with a when green flag clicked. And once you've done that, go to variables, and then from that, make a variable called score and speed. Make sure it says for all sprites, not for the sprite only. This one, it should be already automatically been there. Click OK, and you're done. So once you got score and speed, you make sure it shows if you want. I kept the speed for, the people who play my games to see, because, well, I mean, you want to know what kind of difficulty you're on. If you're like, oh yeah, it's going to be easy game, yawn, yeah, whatever. But what if they don't know that the speed's going to be -8? Like, just saying, it's like a warning to them. Now what you want to do is go to set my variable, change that to score, because as you can see it says score 11. Now if somebody else wants to play your game, they want a fresh new score. As you can see, if I click green flag, there you go, it should be changed to 0. See? 0. Then when you first spawn your rocket in, it's probably going to be facing like this. Oh, that does not work. There, it's probably going to be facing like that. Now what you want to do is bring it to 180. That means it's going to be completely sideways. And you want to make sure that it will stay that way. So you can go to motion, point direction, 180. There you go. And I've set a slightly weird size for my rocket. As you can see, I could have just rounded it down to 50. You know what I did? I kept it at 52. Yes, I know. You guys are probably being super irritated or annoying by just seeing that, but I don't know why, guys, but I just kept it to the size 52, yeah. And anyway, we want our rocket to spawn in a certain place. So as you can see, if we attach this code again, we go all the way up here, and then, oh, I crashed. Now your rocket starts right there, and when the new person starts playing, they're gonna, well, lose immediately. It's gonna be game over within a second. So you have to make sure it goes all the way back. So when you click the green flag, boom, all the way back. As you can see, I found a pretty good spot, negative 177. Y is negative 116. Next up, we have the repeat until block. You can see here, if you go to control and find the repeat until, drag that out right underneath the go to block. Go to sensing, touching mouse pointer, change mouse pointer to rocks, because we want it to repeat only until it's touching the rocks. Once it touches the rocks, you guys heard it, it's game over. Anyway, next one, you go to control again and drag out 4 if then blocks. If you don't want to do that, you can just go here, duplicate, just keep doing that. Yep, you can also do that. And that's pretty much it. And all you need is to put it inside, like so. And inside each one, drag out from sensing the key one right here. Key space pressed. And I mean, you don't want a space bar to make you go up. You want it to be a bit reasonable. So you could do the WAS or you could do the arrow keys. So I did the arrow keys because most people I know prefer to use the arrow keys. So yeah. Anyway, we got the up arrow, down arrow, right and left. Now here's the tricky part. If you go to motion, go right here. It says change X by 10 and change Y by 10. You want to make sure you use only the change ones. Once you do that, up and down, you have to use both of those, the Y axis. So drag out the Y. When you go up, you're going by plus 10. When you go down, you're going by negative 10. So make sure when you put for the down arrow, you put negative 10. The right one, all I have to do is change X by 10. And since that since that's by plus 10, that means the left has to be my minus 10. Hooray! We have finally completed the rocket code. We're gonna get to that later. Anyway, what one should we do next? You know what? Let's do the laser. There we go, laser! Now, this has a few parts, I guess. Okay. First things first, we need to set a size to the laser. So let's move that to the side. Goodbye. See you later. And then zoom in. There you go. When green flag click, go to events. When green flag click, drag that out. And I set the size for the laser to 18. Because I realized 15 is actually so small you can't even see the green outline. So I set the size to 18. And obviously when you want it to spawn in, you don't want the laser to show in front of the rocket, you want it to be hidden. Nobody can see it. So after that, just scroll down and you can find hide. There you go. Oops. Let's use this one. Do that one now. Okay, this one. Here's the thing. You can do 2 things. One, you can make 1,000,000. I literally mean 1,000,000 laser sprites. Or you could have 1 laser sprite and you can just make a clone of it and still have the original. And yes, obviously you choose the second option of when I start as a clone. You want to make a clone of itself so it just isn't like just 1,000,000 sprites of the laser just there. Now, here's the thing. When you start as a clone, well, you want it to do something. Like, you don't want it just like be lazy, sit on the couch, eat chips, I don't know, watch Spider-Man? I don't know. But yeah. So you want it to do something. So you can scroll down control. Last year is a clone, as you can see. And you want to go to a certain spot. And that certain spot is where it can't be seen. Either as a clone or the original. So it's not going to be seen. So here is the thing. You go to this block, drag it out, change that to -160. That's the X position. For the Y position, what's it gonna be? So go to sensing. Right here it says backdrop number of stage. Change stage to rocket ship and backdrop to Y position. And make sure you do it in that order, cause if you do the backdrop one, as you can see, might show here. No, it doesn't. Well, if you do it the other way, it's not going to show the Y position. So you're going to have to make sure you have to do the rocket first and then this one. Because if you don't do rocket ship, you're never going to find Y position, as you can see. So anyway, once you got that, once you start as a clone, if you really want there to be an invisible laser, you're like, oh yeah, I can't see where they're going, but I know they're going somewhere, but they're just invisible. So, you want it to show. If you go to show, there you go. Show, you can see it now. Next, if you go to the control, repeat until, and you want it to repeat until touching edge. So change mouse pointer to edge, there you go. And once you do that, here is the thing. Well, you don't want the rocket to go like a zillion kilometers per hour. You want it to go at a reasonable speed. So I just chose from motion, move 10 steps. I thought that's a nice number. Of course, it's 10 there too, so I just kept it. And of course, you don't want all the lists just stay here, just backed up there. And as soon as rocks come, well, of course, they get destroyed because they're touching the laser. You do not want this clone to stay there. The original will be there, just that the original will be hidden all the time. Just seeing the clones. And here's the thing. If you go to control and get delete this clone, but at the very end, you're not gonna have that problem. Next, what key are you gonna use to fire that laser? A pretty nice one is space. Like, as you can see, yes, that's a very nice one. Space is a super nice key, I think, because when you use the arrow keys, you have your 3 fingers on the left, right, and up. And just saying, to be honest, whenever I play like Minecraft or something, usually I'd mess up the keys on keyboard. So, when I play this game, I make sure that using the space bar because my finger moves a lot. So, no, that sounds so weird. I prefer the space bar because it's a nice key and it's nice and big. You can see it obviously right there. And that's why I chose the space bar. And when you click the space bar, and only when you click the space bar, as you can see, the laser fires. There you go. So you can only see the clone. The original, as you can see, is still hiding somewhere in the 160 negatives or somewhere right there. And you're only seeing the clone. So to get that block, you have to go over here. I think I just passed it. Wait. Oh, there it is. Create clone of myself. And there's a bunch, but make sure it's create clone of myself. Now, as you can see, yes, there's that mysterious little block right there. And we're gonna get to that. Don't worry, guys. Do not worry. Now, we got the rocket ship done. We got the laser done. Only 2 more things to go. Great job, guys. You've got through half the video. And we got a bit more coding to go. Yeah. No. You know what? You got through more than half. Okay. that will be it for today. But if you guys want to learn how to make the rest of the code, be sure to check part 2. I'll be releasing that in a few days, so stay tuned to find out.